clear to all. So 100% they are giving the response. My voice is audible. Okay, next thing we are discussed in our last class is here one more vocabulary. So the vocabulary also places a major role in your information retrieval system for retrieving the relevant documents, because of my user's perspective, your ancient may be different and author side's ancient may be different. So that's why what I have to do repeatedly, the users need to be update their query such that finally he will reaches to retrieve the relevant documents. Okay, so the basic information retrieval system is how it is works means based on this particular pictorial representation. So your information retrieval system is works here. So whenever the user is entering the query, so that query terms, whatever the query terms we are having, so this query terms may be matched or comparing with your index terms that are there or that are generated on your document collection. So whenever they are matched here, so then those results, those documents may be retrieved and those may be stored in an appropriate place. Okay. So like that, whenever the user is processing the any number of times your query, so then that query may be every time it will be enhanced here. So then most probably we are achieving to retrieving the 100% relevant documents related to your user's query. Okay. So these are the things we have discussed in our previous class. So now in today's class, so we are discussing about the functional overview of your information retrieval system. Means what are the major functional elements we are having in this information storage retrieval system. Okay, so usually the total information storage and retrieval system is composed of the four major functional processes. Four major functional process may be included in this. So what are those major four functional processes means? One is the item normalization, and the second one is selective dissemination of information. The other name for this one is nothing but a mail. And third one is document database search, and fourth one is an index database file, an index database search file, along with the automatic file build process. Automatically it will be developing the some, or it automatically building the some files for your generated index terms here. Okay, so with this particular four major functional process, your information retrieval system is composed. Okay, so usually if I'm taking the general information retrieval system, suppose if it is not a commercial information retrieval system, commercial means some specific purpose. Maybe if I'm using your information retrieval system, so then these four are not integrated here. Only in commercial systems only these four functional processes may be integrated here. Okay, so usually my commercial systems may be no, so sorry. So commercial systems have not integrated these capabilities. Only public systems may be integrated these things. So if I'm using the commercial systems means that commercial systems may be having these functionals individually, separate. So item normalization separate and selective dissemination is separate, and document database is such is different here. Only our general or publicly used information retrieval systems only we have to integrate all these functional processes here. Okay, so just now observe my information retrieval system, how these four are integrated into the your public systems. So this is the my information retrieval system, four functional processes here. So first we have to give your item as a input. So item means here what is the item? So item is nothing but anything here. So item is nothing but means here it may be a document, or it may be an image, or it may be audio, or maybe it is a video. So anything may be considered as a item. So these items we have to given as a input. We have to given that one as a input here. So then these items are normalized. So that is item normalization. That is the first functional process of my IRS system is item normalization. And after item is normalized, then I may go for the selective dissemination of information. Means we have to spread. So we have to spread that particular item, or we have to make the public of that particular items here. So that particular thing is called as a selective dissemination of information. So, and this selective dissemination of information is depends upon the mail files or profile files. So mail files and profile files, and we will discuss in detail about each and everything there. And similarly, next one, document file creation. Next, automatic file build. So here in this particular diagram, so these particular rectangle boxes are representing the functional works or functional aspect. So this is a functional aspect, whereas and this symbols. So these particular symbols are representing the. So in this boxes are this whatever the boxes I'm using here. These particular things that is rectangle shape. So these particular things are representing about the functional aspect, and whereas this particular disk symbols, whatever that are shown, those are called as a database. So these are representing the databases here. Okay. So like that, your information retrieval system is composed of majorly with these four functional processes here. What are that major functional process means here? One is item normalization, another one is a selective dissemination of the information, and document file creation, and automatic file build. So these are the majorly four functional processes that you have to consider. Okay, so simply my figure here, it shows the logical view of these four functional processes into one integrated information retrieval system here. So these particular components may be integrated only in the public information retrieval system, not in commercial information system. In commercial systems, these may be these particular functional aspects may be separated here. Okay, so now in this I am representing that rectangular shapes as this rectangular shape or these boxes are representing the functional works, means it may be having some working capability or working aspects, whereas this particular files, that is this particular disks, are representing about the storage units here. So that is a document, a databases here. So it will be stores your data here. Okay. So I will discuss one by one what is item normalization and selective dissemination and document file and automatic file. Okay. So first we go with the item normalization. So first thing we have to go with item normalization. Okay. The first one is item normalization. So in any integrated system, we need to normalize our incoming items. We need to normalize any items here, whatever the items that are given to you. So we have to normalize your incoming items to a particular standard format. What is the meaning of this normalization? Or what are the incoming we have to retrieve means here? So for example, if you are considering, suppose if I'm considering text, for example, text. Suppose the text data maybe we are having in English language, or maybe maybe we are having some French language, or maybe we are having some any other languages. We have the number of languages in our universe. So suppose I have to take some documents in French, and suppose I'm taking some documents from some English, that is UK English or US English, or maybe I'm taking some another Chinese language, or maybe taking some another language. Like that, some different formats we are having in that particular text. So then what I have to do, I need to standardize those particular text into a particular standard format. So I need to convert all these things into one standard unit. We need to convert all these things into one standard units here. So one of my standard units that we have to use is the ISO Latin. ISO Latin for some particular languages like English, French, Spanish, and etc. So for this kind of languages, we have to use one standardized format, that is ISO Latin. And in this ISO Latin, that is International Standard Organization Latin. So these are all the text may be converted into this particular standard format. Okay, suppose if I'm taking some other languages like Russian, or maybe Japanese, or maybe Arabic languages, if I'm having these kind of languages, so you maybe go to these particular things into some another standard format that is called as KOI 7 or KOI 8. So this kind of standards I may be used here. Okay, so that particular things are nothing but simply just suppose if you want to understand all these things, it means that clearly if you observe your programming languages, Java. Suppose if I want to convert these all the particular things into one particular format, means that Java is using one Unicode conversion. So your characters may be converted into one Unicode format. So that Unicode format means that 16 bits, that is 2 bytes of things, maybe that means that 2 bytes of information it may be used, and that in that 2 bytes of information your textual data may be stored here. Okay, like that we have some different types of structures for our textual data here. We need to take that all the textual information into one standard format. So that standard format may be either you can use your ASCII code conversion, that is ASCII code you may be using. If I'm using the ASCII code, means it may be a 8-bit representation for your data values. Or suppose if I'm going to the Unicode representation, means here you may be using the 2 bytes, that is total 16 bits. 16 bytes of information you may be used here. Okay, like that we need to standardize your information, whatever the input that we have to give. Suppose if it is a textual file. For example, if I'm taking my textual files are, suppose videos, for example, I'm considering. Suppose if I'm considering the multimedia data. Suppose in that multimedia data, suppose if I want to consider the video-like information. So video-like information I'm given as an input. I need to standardize these videos. So how I'm standardizing these videos means here, so videos may be having some different formats. So some maybe MP4 format, that is MP4 formats we are having, MP3 formats we are having, or MP2 formats we are having, or some we may be having some AVI formats or some real media. Okay, so based on the quality of your video, they may be maintain the different formats here. Maybe if I'm taking the MPEG format or MP4 format, means here it may be taking some high quality. Or suppose if I want to go for the low quality videos, so this may be having the extensions with AVI or some real media here. So like that I'm having some different types of videos in different formats. So suppose if I'm having in different formats, so if I want to construct a information retrieval system, means for these videos, this videos collection here, first I have to normalize all the things into one unique format. Okay, so one unique format means either we need to convert all the videos into either MPEG format, that is MP4 format, or either you need to convert into AVI format, or you may be convert into real format. So based on your quality of video. So if you require the high quality, then you go for the high quality, that is MP4 or MP3 or MP format, that is MPEG. Or suppose if I want to go for the low quality, means then I can go for the real media or AVI. Okay, like that I need to standardize my input. Suppose if it is a video files, suppose if it is a audio files, for example, audio files means you may be having some audio files at real media, that is real audio, or maybe WAV formats. So like that, some different formats we are having for your audios here. So I need to standardize that particular input if I want to take that particular data for my collection here. Okay, so that is the first step we need to use, standardized input. So either if it is a textual data, we need to take it to a particular unique format, because of if I want to save in my document data in my databases means I need to use some binary representation. So different languages different languages may be having the different characters here. So then those characters may be having the different binary representation in their storing. So that's why what I have to do, I need to take into one standardized format. We need to convert all these items into one standardized format. So then that particular standardized format is uniquely occupying the some space into my computer's memory here. So not only textual data, you can take in the some multimedia data like videos, audios, or images. Suppose if I'm taking the images, also we have the JPEG images, or maybe bitmap images, or PNG files, or different images we are having. So I need to take all these images into one standardized format. So that particular thing is called as a standardizing of information. Hello, 540. Is there any doubt? Okay, so this is about standardized format. So in any integrated system, it is normalize the incoming items to a standard format. So item normalization provides a logical restructuring of those items. Restructuring means again we have to redesign that particular item. So we need to convert all this. Suppose if I have the MPEG files, so you need to take all these things into MPEG files. Different file formats may be converted into one unique format. Okay. So you suppose if I'm having some informations like uh, suppose if I have the information related to information retrieval system is and so on, and in this particular things process I need to take place like that, some a group of words are there in this particular document here. Now from this particular document I need to identify some words. So these words are capable for identifying this document whenever the search process takes place here. Suppose in my search space, suppose a query is imposed like information retrieval system. Suppose information, so it is a query term. Now that query term is compared with my this index word. So then if it is matched, so this index word is happened in which document? So then that document will be retrieved and that will be presented to my user's point of view. Okay, so now I need to identify the type of processing tokens here. Okay, so usually what are the different types of tokens or different types of words you may be having means there are three type of uh, words you may be identifying or dividing into from this particular given documents. Those may be some valid word symbols. Valid word symbols means your normal words that may be used, or some interword symbols. So interword symbols means some that is some link between the one words to another word here. Suppose subdivision, sub hyphen division, like that I need to write. Okay, suppose if I want to write the one word like coordinator, co hyphen ordinator, coordinator. Like that, this type of words are called as interword symbols. And some special processing symbol. Some special processing symbol means maybe we are using some at the rate symbol, hyphen symbols, or maybe comma, and all these things. So these things I need to identify from. So this type of words I need to identify from my given documented collection. So why I am identifying these things means later these particular words maybe I am using for the searching process. Okay, so usually we need to identify about this kind of words. Okay, after identifying the tokens, Next, I need to go for the applying the stop list. Applying stop list means here, from my given document collection, I'm identifying the so many words, maybe some valid words. For example, if you observe, suppose this is the my text. For example, this is the my text I have, for example, in my database. In this, what are the words we are having in any integrated system is to normalize the incoming items to a standard format like that. These are the different words. So I need to consider these tokens as a processing tokens. I need to identify this type of tokens from my documents. Okay, why am I identifying this particular words means later if user possesses the query, suppose in that query, suppose a term in is there, then this in is matched with this in, then this document is retrieved. Suppose in query, for example, ABC is the term, if ABC is there in this document, no, then this document is not retrieved. Okay, so like that on my document collection, I need to generate the processing tokens. These processing tokens or these processing words are used for later searching process. Okay, that type of tokens I need to identify in the identifying process token. After identifying the processing tokens, then I need to apply the stop list. So what is this stop list? Stop list means here nothing but I am identifying the so many words from this particular given documents, but these are all are not having equal importance. For example, if I'm taking in, so in means it is a one word that may be happened in so many terms, so many words. It is not an important term. Any, it is also normal as usual term that you have integrated, so it is important term. And is, was, to, the, a. These are all the things of this kind of words may be happened frequently in almost all documents here. I don't take that type of tokens as a processing tokens because of if I'm taking that type of words as a processing tokens, then if user is processing the query means almost all documents may be retrieved and presented at my user point of view. So that's why the index terms we cannot generate that type of words. So that type of words are called as a stop list here. So this stop list are nothing but simply these are the some less important words. These are the less important words that you have to identify. So by using the appropriate stop algorithms, so I need to removing the this kind of words from my given this group here. So is, to, next, the, a, like that. These are the things. These are not. These are having the some less important in my searching process. So that's why I don't take that type of words as a searching index terms here. So because of in most of the parts of species, we may be using some articles like the articles are almost all documents may be happening. Suppose if I'm taking that type of words as a searching document index terms, then almost all your documents may be retrieved. All documents may be retrieved. Whenever a user is processing a query, almost all the documents in your document database may be retrieved. So then we are not giving some relevant information to my user here. So that's why. So we need to apply some stop algorithms and remove that type of words from that particular things here. Okay. So that is stop list here. Once this happens, so the one more thing we need to observe in this particular thing also. That is the one more thing is we need to consider in this one is the frequency of that particular word. For example, this is the document if I'm consider in this. Suppose if I'm taking the system is happened how many times in this document? Totally one time. Next, normalize. Suppose if I'm taking the normalize, so here also we having the normalization. Means that this term is happened two times. So means that this term is having some more frequency compared to system. Like that, I need to compute the frequencies for the terms available in this document. So which terms are having the higher frequency? Those we have to consider as a processing tokens. Okay. In this stop list, so what are the things we need to consider means which are some articles or some less important words we are having. These are all the things we need to don't consider for the your searching process. And similarly, we need to also take the frequency of your words. So which words may be having the higher frequency here, those particular terms we may be considered as a your searching process here. Okay. So like that, this stop algorithm maybe we need to take. Okay. Once this stop list is over, then I need to go for the characterizing the tokens. So characterizing the tokens means here we need to finalize. We need to finalize your tokens, whatever the tokens that you have to identify. So what are the characterize the tokens? How we are finalizing all these tokens here? Characterizing means here, for example, if I take the one word plane, I want to consider one word like plane, plane, plane. What is this plane in my sense? It is nothing but a flat area, or maybe it is a level area as an adjective. So I need to suppose in this particular processing tokens, after applying the stop list, for example, if I'm getting the one word plane, for example, I need to characterize this word. In all aspects, I need to characterize. One aspect as an adjective, if I'm consider, what is the meaning of this one? One meaning is level or flat. Level or flat area. As an adjective. Suppose if I am taking the as a noun, plane. As a noun, if I am taking the plane means that it is a aeroplane. That is aircraft or maybe facet. So that like that I may be considered. Suppose as a verb, if I am considered, this one is nothing but it is the act of smoothing. The plane means that it is a one as a verb. If I am considered this word, it is a one act of smoothing. Okay, like that I need to characterize the words whatever that you have to identified in this thing. So that in all aspects, suppose if user is mind, if you want to search for in the area of adjective, then this may be retrieved. Suppose in user's perspective, if you applied as a noun, then aeroplane information are like that, those may be retrieved. Suppose in the mean of verb, if user is applying the query, then in that particular area it will be retrieved. So like that, we need to characterize the tokens. The token means nothing but a word here. Whatever the tokens that you have to identify from this particular steps, we need to give the characterizations for that particular tokens. Okay. So after identifying or characterizing the tokens, next apply the stemming. So apply the stemming. Stemming means nothing but simply we need to identify about the singular forms and plural forms all for this. Maybe if I'm adding the ing form, ing things and all these things. Suppose from leveling, maybe what is the plural form for that? What is the singular form? Either this word is identified here is a singular form, and the singular form is I need to consider, or maybe I need to consider the plural form. So these things I need to consider here. Okay. So that particular things we need to consider into the stemming. Okay. So stemming is nothing but just it's extensions. So extensions means nothing but simply so it's singular forms or its plural forms or past tense form, maybe presentation form. So these are all the things I need to identify for that particular term. So because of if I want to search for a particular thing, means here, so you have to compulsory give all the aspects of your view for that particular terms, so that whenever the user is applying the query, then whatever the aspects we are having for that particular term, according to that aspects, your document collection may be retrieved and those may be presented at your user end. Okay, so that particular things I need to consider in the item normalization. Okay, so I think you all of you clear about this item normalization. So in this item normalization, what will be happen means that simply whatever the input that comes to your end, whatever the input that comes to your end, I need to standardize it. Means that I need to convert into a unique format. There are different data maybe comes, different items maybe come to your point. So I need to standardize that one. After standardizing this one, I need to make those one as a groups. So logical groups I need to make, and once I need to make the groups here, from each and every groups I need to identify the important words or all the words available in that particular groups here. So after group of words that you have to identify, and on that particular words, if any stop list words are there, stop list means less important words are there here. You have to remove that particular less important words from that particular that algorithms. By stop algorithm that may be removed here. Once it will be we are removing that less important words, then I need to characterize the tokens. Means that I need to give that it's a verb form, it's adjective form, it's noun form, and all these things I need to give for that particular words. After giving these particular things, next apply the stemming. So in the same stemming, what I have to do, I need to go for its past tense, its present tense, its future tense, and its plural form, and its singular form, and all these things I need to consider for that particular words. Once all these things we have to consider, then with this particular data items or that particular words, I need to create a one data structure. With that particular words, I need to create a one data structure. That data structure may be used in future for your searching process. Okay, so that particular thing is called as a item normalization here. So this is about the first functional aspect of your information retrieval system here. Okay, so in information retrieval system, the first aspect is so item normalization. So in this item normalization, so you have to do these things. Okay, so I think you all of you clear about this particular thing. Okay, and the next class we will discuss about the next point, that is selective dissemination of your information. So whatever the information that you have to identify, so that thing I need to discuss in next class here. So in today's class, if you have any doubts, and you can ask. If anybody having any doubts in this, just raise your hand, then I will unmute those guys and you will discuss. Anybody having any doubt regarding item normalization? Okay, 1 minute.
Sir, can you please explain what is update document file, sir?
What? Update document file?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This update document file means, so whenever a data is comes to your end, so I need to apply all these things, and I need to maintain one file for that particular documents. Okay, so whenever a new word or a new item is comes to your end, then I need to update your document file. So this document file containing the your data documents, whatever the data documents that are comes to your this particular end. That data documents means that may be image related or maybe audio related or whatever may be. That I have to maintain this one for my future reference. It is okay. Clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
And means so we have to apply These are the steps on this document file only. So here I'm separately showing some separate end, but whatever the steps I'm performing here, these steps. These are all performed on this particular document file only. Okay. So any more doubts? Okay, just I will launch the quiz. Just you respond to that quiz, and after submitting the answers for that quiz, and you can leave from the meeting. Okay, just I will launch the quiz.